You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. Oh, hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Oola Corner, the place where we share all things Oola. Now, what is Oola, you say? I'm glad you asked. Oola is a made-up word that comes from the French ooh la la. It was coined by two amazing guys, Dr. Troy, the Oola guru, and Dr. Dave, the Oola seeker, as they embarked on a quest to help people find balance in an unbalanced world. Oola is living a life of balance and greater purpose. It's about recognizing where you are in 7 key areas of life, setting goals, and then taking action steps, setting action steps in place so that you can grow and live the life of your dreams. Hi, my name is Coach Mona. I am a certified life coach, and what I want to do is to challenge you to dream again. And talking about dreams and dreamers, today I have Abe with me. He's a fellow Oola coach, and talk about being a dreamer, man. How would you like if your life would be consistent of ins and out of hospitals, numerous dangerous procedures on your spine, and even brain surgery? Would you maybe kind of feel a bit sorry for yourself? Or would you feel like life kind of, owed you some things? Or would you do as Abe and just start dreaming even bigger? Abe's story is so inspiring, and I am so excited to welcome him to my show today. Can we bring Abe out, please? There he is. Welcome so much. Abe,
Hello.
why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
As current, I am a friend of mine, a friend of both mine and yours. Curtis
Yes.
Hammond got me into Oola. We both worked for the same company, and I knew there was something out there that could help me, but wasn't sure what until I talked with him. But growing up, a little bit of background about me. Growing up, I was born with cerebral palsy and was born with epilepsy, but until 2009, it was extremely mild. I could walk. I had done a 5K one time. And then in 2009, I actually had a spinal cord injury due to a bulging disc in my neck that bruised my spinal cord and has left me reliant on a electric wheelchair for functionality purposes. I can still walk, and between Oola and the weight loss program that I'm on also has pushed me to pursue that 5K again. I had some setbacks here in the past couple of years, but am on the path back to doing that. I'm a special education or former special education teacher. I now sub in the Lebanon, Tennessee area. I am pursuing my master's in social work. So being an Oola life coach is just kind of one of those things that's right in line with my passion in life of helping people.
Yeah, definitely. Wow, that sounds amazing. So when we first talked, you told me a story of being in and out of hospitals and going through these dangerous surgeries to now dreaming about doing a 5K like walk. That is amazing. Like you, I take my hat off. Wow, like I that look, I don't even have words to describe how that is just fantastic. What made you dream of actually doing a 5K? I think you mentioned like your weight loss. That was the first thing that kind of inspired you. So
Back
tell us a little
in
bit more.
back in 2017, maybe a little bit earlier, I started this weight loss program, and before then I had not been able to do hardly any walking at all, and um, I eventually lost over a 2 year period 119 pounds of fat, and that was
What?
without me being able to do a whole lot of exercises just because of my situation. Um, and within that time frame, I started working with a personal trainer, and he got me to the point where I could walk about a mile and a half. So I was about halfway to a 5K.
Yeah,
Um,
that's amazing.
and that was while I was going for my special education degree, which is my second degree. Um, so I want to get back to that point. And after Oola Palooza of last year, we, after when the Oola guys were outside taking
Yeah,
pictures and signing books, I stood in line until to get a chance to meet him because I had a feeling Troy was wanting to talk to me from inside.
yeah,
Um, so when I got up there, the guys asked me. They said, what was your Oola One sticker?" I said, "It's to be able to walk a 5K within the next year or so, um, depending on how things go." And Dave just looked at me. He goes, "Is that possible?" Yeah, I said it's possible. I said I was able to walk a good distance before, so um, it's just going to take support from others. Oola has also, above and beyond the weight loss and my mobility issues, has allowed me to dream bigger. I want to write a book someday. I want to be an inspirational or motivational speaker. Um, and I would have never thought of that if I hadn't had that talk with Curtis.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I'll tell you what, Abe, I'm going back to Ulapalooza next year and we have our 7K. But I will be walking next to you, okay? This is my promise to you. I will do the 5K with you. And whether we do it by foot or rolling, it doesn't matter to me. We'll do it together, okay?
Okay.
All right. Awesome. It's a date. So on this journey, you have been through so much, but you're still dreaming and you're still working and you're still growing, but we all know that this kind of journey, sometimes we meet, like we call them in Ula, we call them blockers. So what would you say would have been one of your biggest blockers going through this journey?
It's it's kind of hard for me to see everything that I've been through, even though I've been through surgeries, brain surgeries for epilepsy. I've been through surgeries for um, my spine and all that sort of stuff. Um, my biggest blocker is, if I had to pin down one, would be fear. But I don't even like to use fear as my blocker for my physical ailments. And the reason I say that is I believe that God gave me CP
Mm-hmm.
as something that I could use to adapt better with when my spinal cord injury happened.
Right.
Because I had fellow patients that were just as bad off as I was, but for me, it was more of a bump in the road because
Wow.
I've had to adapt all my life
Yeah.
to do different things, and it just it never really clicked in me. My biggest fear, I guess, if I had to pinpoint one, would be how back to normal would I be able to get the after the spinal cord injury.
Yeah.
Um, but when I got out of outpatient or inpatient rehab and got back to work, I started figuring out ways real quick to adaptively do things that I did before. Now, I couldn't climb a 12-foot ladder like I used to, but for obvious reasons. But in the store I worked at, I learned to stock in different manners, and I actually stocked just as well, if not faster, the way that um, I had taught myself after I went back to work than other individuals in the store.
Yeah. I remember you telling me a story of, at one point you had to tell your boss to stop, um, I want to say coddling you in a way. You had to tell him, like, listen, let me do my job.
Well, and that's basically what they were doing is they were afraid that I was going to get hurt. I understood that,
Right.
but I knew I needed to, because I have never been of a mindset. My parents have never let me been had a mindset that I can't do something.
Right.
I'm going to find a way to do it if at all possible. That's all.
Wow.
That's always been my mindset as far as my disability is concerned.
That's amazing. That's just amazing. Which brings us to another thing we talk about in ULA, right? We talk about our accelerators, which is, what drives us. So which one of the accelerators would you say has kind of pushed you through and that you've been able to tap into through all of this?
The biggest one is gratitude.
Wow.
I am
I did not
grateful.
expect you to say that. Like, that's beautiful. Thank you. Wow.
It really
Wow.
is. It's gratitude. Uh, I'll give you an example. I
Yes.
just was talking with a friend of mine that I grew up with, and he was building a house and had an injury, and he fell, broke his spine, broke his brain stem. I mean, serious enough that when he got picked up by um, Life Flight in Chattanooga and brought to the local hospital there, they had pronounced him dead.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was dead on arrival. Um, and he ended up waking up in the morgue, actually, from what he told me.
No.
So seeing those sort of things, I know it can always be worse.
Right. Wow. Yeah.
And he's one individual I'm really wanting to work with within the ULA framework some way. So it really is gratitude. I'm really grateful for my parents pushing me when I was a kid. Um, I'm really grateful for what I'm able to do now. Now, do I get frustrated? Do I get angry? Yes.
Yeah.
When things start to go down the hill, sometimes physically. But I always try to flip that around and see the positive side of things.
Wow. That's amazing. That's just amazing. That actually really blew me away. Gratitude, because speaking for myself, I mean, I'm having a sciatica pain and I am getting angry and I am getting frustrated, and I'm definitely not grateful for my sciatica pain. And I know it's really banal, comparison, but I that really blew me away, and that just goes to show again what an amazing person you are, with a mindset that can, really push you through anything. And I know that as an ULA coach, a part of the group that you want to inspire, like you just mentioned, your friend that also had this spinal injury, but other people with disabilities, that's part of the group that I know you kind of want to inspire. What would be the message that you would have for them?
My biggest message for people that I interact with that have disabilities, individuals like him, you've got to look at what you've got in life. Um, I'm not as well. I'm not going to say that. Um, I I was going to say I'm not as strong in my faith, but I I have really learned here in the past year to look to God as more as my strength.
Yes,
Um,
same.
and to help me get me through these rough times. So you've got to have faith in him.
Hmm.
You have got to, as hard as it can be sometimes, you've got to have a positive mindset about things. Are the biggest things that I try to push
And
on.
I think what you said, like your accelerator, right? Gratitude, to actually learn how to, and we do this all the time in ULA. We have that in our ULA planner where you look back and you're like, this is what I'm grateful for today. This is something that, I'm not happy with, but this is the gratitude I find in that situation, right?
Right.
So I think I think that's definitely something that they can learn from you, to find gratitude in the smallest things, and understand that there is a bigger purpose for you there. Like you said yourself, God gave you CP so he could prepare you for what, was about to happen. So I think that gratitude is going to be a huge, a huge accelerator that you can impart with, as well as an ULA coach, and in working with these people. So for
Yes.
those out there listening, for those that are stuck in a situation that they feel like they cannot get out of, and they wanna reach out to you, they want to talk to you and hear more about you and your story, or how you can help them, what is a good way for them to reach you and to find you?
As far as that's concerned, they can go directly to the is it Oola Life
Yep.
page, and I have got my I finally got my profile up and running there, and it has all my contact information, my phone number. I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, and all of those links are live up there.
Awesome. We'll put all of that in the chat so that anybody can reach out and find you as well. And so yeah, that's you know Thank you so much
Thank you.
for sharing your story. I am blown away by everything that you shared and how much that you've achieved, and the fact that you're still pushing forward. You're still uh pushing for more dreams. You still want to grow, you want to do more and do bigger, and your heart is so huge in wanting to be there for other people. So thank you for being you. And I cannot wait for our date in Nashville to do
Yes.
that 5K. And if anybody else is listening, if you're going to Ulapalooza in December 2022, you should hook up with me and Abe and do this 5K walk. But for now, as we always say in Ula, this one goes for you. You can say the first one, Abe, because that's so you. In Ula, we say, be grateful
Be grateful, have faith.
and go get your Ula life. Guys, I am
Yeah.
Coach Mona. You can find me on Facebook. My Facebook page is Coach Mona Ostrowski, so you can find me there. And thank you, everyone, for listening. Thank you for joining us today. Abe, you're awesome. Thank you so much again.
Thank you very
And
much.
we will see you at the next Oola Corner, guys. Take care.
You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win every way. You showed me how to spread my